Moving to a new city could be cumbersome, awkward, and costly. So when my wife and I have moved from one city to the other, we always found that we had to spend a lot of money trying to get to know that city. And in this video, I'm going to save you a ton of money. As a matter of fact, we're going to go see 5 gems that are hidden gems here in San Antonio, and it's only going to cost you $2.38. So if that's something you want to look at, stick around because we're going to hit them right now. So our first stop brings us to Denman State Park, which is a park located in the northwest side of San Antonio. And so this park used to be somebody's home, right, an estate, and it was donated to the city of San Antonio, which later became a park. And if you notice behind me, like, there's just such tranquility here. If you come here, you're going to come for several reasons. The first reason that I can think of is you're going to come here because you just like to be somewhere that's tranquil and, peaceful, to clear your head. I mean, living in the 7th largest city in the United States is no easy feat, right? It's not an easy task because there's a lot of hustle and bustle. And if you're like me and you like to go out and just kind of be at peace and one with nature, this is a perfect place to start. So if you can see right behind me, I don't know if you could see that, there's a structure that was donated by the city of Gwangju, Korea, which means the city of lights. They donated it to us, and it's a structure that is reminiscent of the pavilions that they have in Southern Korea, which are a place of reflection and reception by scholars and gentlemen for people that are coming in. And they donated that to the city of San Antonio in 2010 because they wanted to, pass along that tranquil, that peacefulness that they find themselves in South Korea. So I'm going to turn my camera around and I'm going to show you what this place looks like. So first off, I like these trees right here. These are cypress trees, and one of the things, the characteristics that I like about them is look at the way those roots just shoot up from the ground. Now normally this lake would be filled. I mean, you can tell that it's pretty empty right now, and it's empty because San Antonio's in a drought, so we don't get a lot of rain. There's the pavilion right there that was donated to us. But it's a really peaceful place. If you come out here and you want to just maybe grab a book, maybe get a picnic basket together and have lunch with your children or with your significant other, this is a pretty good place to do that. And like I said, it's located right on the northwest side of San Antonio, right off of IH 410 and IH 10, which is right by the medical center. So if you haven't watched my video about the medical center, it's right up here. You should be able to watch it, or you should go watch it to see what kind of things that you can find in this area. So this area is very just synonymous with this pavilion here from South Korea. It's very diverse. There's a lot of nice people. There's a lot of culture here. And that's one of the reasons that this park is such a special place, because people from all over come. I just walked by a family, people speaking Russian, and it's just, there's just so much diversity in this part of town. But if you like peace and quiet, if you like to just sit in a tranquil place, this is the place. And I mean, I'm not even kidding. Like IH10 is right over there, and I can't even hear the traffic. That's how secluded this is. So one of the things that's really good about it is, one, that it's right in the middle of town. It's easy to get to, so the access to get into Denman Park is really nice. Getting here through IH10, 410, or Fredericksburg Road, which is an offshoot of IH10. But yeah, so this is a nice place to come out here. And other reasons people come out here is not just because of the tranquility. As you can tell, I'm walking on this path here. It's a walking path. People will bring their pets out here. They'll walk their dogs. They'll play frisbee with them. They'll play frisbee with their kids. I mean, it's just a really nice park that is not in the middle of the hustle and bustle, that you can sit here and enjoy with your family. Another thing that a lot of people do when they come out here is, because there's this big mansion in the front of the property, they like to take photos here. So if you're looking at doing engagement photos, or maybe senior photos for your graduating senior in high school, or maybe you're graduating from college or whatever, like, this is a good place to come and do photography. It gets filled up on the weekends with photographers from all over that just come out here and take beautiful photos. and yeah, just enjoy the space, right? Again, there's the pavilion's right over there. I don't know if you could tell because it's kind of whitewashed, but anyway, this is a great place. It's one of the gems that you absolutely need to visit while you're here in San Antonio. So let's head on over to the next one, which is the Landa Library. All right, guys, so I'm at the Landa Library, which is located in Monte Vista, which is a really cool neighborhood just north of downtown. And this is a public library, and if you can see, like, all around us, this used to be a home that was donated to the city of San Antonio, kind of like the other one that we were just at, Denman Estate. But look, this one has a playground for the children to play in. There's so many places that you can sit and read. You can, enjoy just this beautiful scenery. I mean, look, I hope it's doing it some justice. I know that the sun's out and it's kind of blocking it and stuff, and hopefully you can't hear the landscaping crew that's out there doing the landscaping. But this is a really nice park. If you have children, you can come and spend the day here. You can sit in, one of these benches, read a book, and it's all about tranquility in this place as well. Some of the things that the library does offer, since it is a public library, they offer some readings. There's some adult there's some adult classes, not classes, there's some adult reading clubs and some children's reading clubs. They also do little activities for the children. So if you have small children and you want them to be around a wholesome group of people learning and having great activities, the Landa Library is going to be a great place for you to bring your children to, so they can immerse themselves in the culture. They can play on the playground. Look at those playgrounds. It's pretty cool, right? So my son likes to come here because he likes to get on these playgrounds. He likes to jump around and move around and have a good time. But it's just such a nice place to get away from the city, to get away from the hustle and bustle. And I'm going to show you this one structure over here. This is kind of going to lead into the next place that we're going to, which is a grotto. But there's this artist that does this work here, and he's been commissioned to do a lot of the work in San Antonio that's this style. So I want to show it to you real quick before we head on over to the next spot. Yeah, let's go check this out. Let me turn my camera around. So this right here is a structure that this artist has done, and I can't remember his name, but I'll get it to you before the next one. But check this out. So this is actually cement. It is not wood, but it looks like trees. And kind of like I said, it's a prelude to where we're going next, which is the next gem in San Antonio that you're going to absolutely have to go and visit. And you can spend some time there. And yeah, well, without further ado, let's head on over to the next one. All right, guys, so we're here at our next location, but before we get to that, I just want to take a quick second. If we've never met, my name is Jesse Lopez. I'm the owner of Blue Utopia Realty here in San Antonio, Texas, and I started this channel because I wanted to help people just like you that are moving to San Antonio but needed information. So if that's something that you're interested in, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and tap on that bell so you're notified every single time I put out new content. Also, there's a QR code right here. Please do me a favor. If you want to do a one-on-one discovery meeting, let me know. Pause your TV, take your phone out and scan that QR code so you can schedule a one-on-one appointment with me and my team so we can help you, answer any questions that you may have about moving to San Antonio. So we're at the next location, like I said, and that's the grotto. I don't know if you can tell, it kind of looks blown out there. So I'm going to turn my camera around here in a second. So this is the grotto right here. This is a work that was commissioned to Carlos Cortez in 2009. And as you can tell, this is a work of art. This is not, this is all concrete. So he made this entire structure out of concrete. And the cool thing is that he also does a whole bunch of other artwork in other parts of San Antonio, kind of like the one that I just showed you up at the Landa Library. So the grotto, I mean, there's not a lot to it other than just sitting here and listening to the water and to just listening to the birds chirp. But We are literally in downtown San Antonio. The Pearl District is right up here, right behind me. So the Pearl's right up there, and so if you come down here to San Antonio and you visit the Pearl, go to the Riverwalk. Actually, if you go down this way, this part of the Riverwalk, it'll lead you to La Gloria, which is a restaurant. If you haven't seen my video about the Pearl District, go watch that video. I'm gonna put the card up here so you can watch it. But anyway, you can come down the Riverwalk this way and you'll run into the grotto. So the grotto is it's a really cool little structure. Again, if you like art, San Antonio is a very art focused city. So we like to, you know, display a lot of art. There's a lot of street art. There's a lot of, you know, things that we do as far as the art community. As a matter of fact, one of my agents on my team, her husband is an artist that gets commissioned all the time to do artwork around San Antonio. And yeah, so if you're an art lover, you're absolutely gonna love San Antonio. But again, you can come sit out here at the grotto, check this out. It's a sight to see. It doesn't cost you anything to come out here. All you gotta do is just find parking, which you could park at the Pearl for free for 2 hours. But those tips are what you need whenever you're moving to a new city. So if you're moving to San Antonio, do me a favor, hit me up, call me, text me, send me a smoke signal. I'll answer them all right? Hey, again, thank you for your support and all that. So let's go ahead and we're gonna head over to our next gem that we're talking about. So these are the 5 gems that you're gonna find in San Antonio for close to nothing, right? So you can visit these, you can have a great time and explore San Antonio, so you can become like a local. So we're gonna head off to the next spot, which is the Japanese tea garden. So we'll see you in a bit. All right, so this stop brings us to the Japanese tea gardens, and if you caught that the intro before this, you notice that it said the Chinese tea garden. So there's a real quirky story behind that. But to tell you real quick, the Japanese tea garden is visited by hundreds of thousands of people every year in San Antonio. I mean, it's no wonder. Look at how picturesque it is, right? So San Antonio is infamous for taking these rock quarries, and we excavate all this natural resources in order to build our homes and to build infrastructure in San Antonio. And this was no different. This used to be a rock quarry in the early 1900s when they were supplying limestone to the Alamo Cement Company. And once they were done excavating all the limestone they were going to garner from it, they had an idea and they said, hey, you know what, why don't we turn this into something more? So they invited Japanese artist K.E. Jinju to go ahead and design this. So he and other architects and other artists went ahead and put this together, and they came up with, you know, these little koi ponds. You can see the koi fish down there. They came up with this pagoda. So they really did a good job of reclaiming this space and making it, you know, something that a lot of people wanted to come to. Now, we all have a history, right? And so does San Antonio. During World War II, there was a lot of anti-Japanese sentiment, and what happened is the reason it said Chinese tea garden in the front, in the intro, was because of that sentiment. So people were, you know, not liking Japanese, and they had, you know, all these mixed feelings about them. So they decided to change the name of the garden to the Japanese sunken garden, or excuse me, to the Chinese tea garden. And yeah, it stayed like that throughout World War II, and even after that. Not until 1983, City Council decided to rename it back to its original Japanese tea garden. So this place is really rich in history. It's a beautiful place. I'm going to turn my camera around so you could see it. It's a really beautiful place. If you want to come out here, a lot of tourists come out here. They take photos. There's, you know, flower beds. There's these koi ponds, so you can see the fish in the water. This is also, and I'm actually starting to just figure this out, because all these places that I'm visiting are very peaceful, very serene, and that wasn't the intent of the video, but hey, maybe somebody's trying to tell us something, right? This is just such a good place to come out here and get a cup of tea, which I forgot to tell you, there's a tea shop up there. You can come get a cup of tea, break out a book, you know, and just take in all this beauty. We are actually just north of downtown. The San Antonio Zoo is right down this little path. If you go down this path from the San Antonio Zoo, you'll end up here in the sunken tea garden, or excuse me, in the Japanese tea garden. And then right here behind me, right up on top of that ridge right there, is Highway 281. So the highway is just going by right there. You can't see this from the highway, which is a good thing, but it's just a good natural place to come and sit down and enjoy yourself. Maybe that's why I'm attracted to this. And so are a bunch of photographers. I told you at Denman Estate, photographers like to go there. At Landa Library, photographers like to go there. Here at the Japanese Tea Garden, it's always crawling with photographers. It's still early in the morning, so you don't see it right now, but if you come during the weekend, you're gonna see almost everybody with a camera in hand taking photos because it's such a nice place to be. But yeah, this is right off of downtown. It's in Brackenridge Park, which is where the San Antonio Zoo is. So if you come out here, you know, grab a book, grab something to, you know, just enjoy the day and relax and have a good time. All right, let's head over to our final destination, which I'm not going to tell you what it is until I get there. But if this information is helpful to you, like you think you're going to be able to find these gems in San Antonio, or you're going to want to come visit them, do me a favor, comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of these areas. Let me know what you think of all the videos that I've been showing, because I really love your feedback. Without your feedback, then I don't have direction. So I live here. I know everything there is to know about San Antonio, and I want to share that information with you. So do me a favor, just comment, like the post, share it with people that you know that are moving to San Antonio, because that's what I'm here for. So all right, let's head over to the 5th spot in the San Antonio Gems. All right, folks, so here we are at our final location, the number 5 gem that you could find in San Antonio for $2.38. And we are at the Hay Street Bridge. So check out this bridge right here. This bridge was a railroad bridge that was built in 1881, and you know, it was used to ship things from downtown San Antonio. You can see that's downtown right there behind me, and they would ship it over to the east side of San Antonio, which is located that way over there. And yeah, it was a very vital part of the commerce that brought things in and out, you know, and people. And I remember as a kid, you know, we would be driving down the highway, which that one is IH-37 right here behind me, IH-37 and 281. So I remember as a kid driving by, and you could see the bridge, and as the years went by, the bridge started to just fall apart, right? Like they deferred maintenance or something, because the bridge was just you know, it was coming apart, and eventually they ended up closing it down. Now when they closed it down, the neighborhood was like gathered up and said, hey, you know, we want to make it right, we want to fix it, because it's part of history. So this is now a historical landmark in downtown San Antonio. A lot of people come up here. There's a lot of you know, street performers that come up here, a lot of artists and all kinds of, you know, people. But it's because of these skylines right here. You can see downtown San Antonio right there, and a lot of people love coming up here. They like to take photos. It's just a nice place to walk around and just be, you know, take in all of, you know, what San Antonio has to offer. One of my favorite spots is this spot right here, the Alamo Beer House. It's Alamo Brewery. It's a brewery that's right underneath the Hay Street Bridge. A lot of people come out here and hang out, and you know, oh look, you can see the beer kegs right over there. So anyway, the video said that you can see 5 gems in San Antonio for $2.38, and you're probably wondering, if all of these places were free, then why was it $2.38? Well, you can't go anywhere in San Antonio without having some of this here. This is Bill Miller tea. It's like liquid. It's addictive, I'll say that. Okay, so you can go and watch all these places. You can go visit all these places, spend the day, have a great time. You don't have to spend the $2.38, but why wouldn't you? Texas tea at its best. So if you're moving to San Antonio and you want more information about other things to visit or other things to do while you're moving here, or when you get here, you know, you have a family is interested in a certain part of San Antonio, you know, do me a favor, give me a call, send me a text. Let's get on a call so we can see how we can how we can help your family make a smooth move to San Antonio. So again, here's downtown San Antonio. I can't wait for you to move here. I can't wait to meet you. It's going to be exciting. Again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, tap on that bell so you're notified every single time I put out a new video. Alrighty guys, well, thank you for watching. Watch some of these other videos here for more information about moving to San Antonio. We'll see you on the next one.